from Reddit. Polyamory. Yes, there is actually a polyamory Reddit. Seems like there's a Reddit for everything. So this reads and is titled, Wife Wants Open Marriage with Affair Partner. Aha. Well, wouldn't it already be an open marriage if she has an affair partner already? Present tense. In fact, that would imply that she's had this affair, that it extends backwards into the past, so you already have an open marriage, which you agreed to by not leaving her or voicing any objections. Okay. Yeah. So immediately I have questions about this guy's ability to, perceive reality accurately. I want to know if I should have an open relationship with my wife who's banging a bunch of other guys, so technically we already have an open relationship. Only I'm not availing myself of other poon. So she benefits and in every way, shape, and form from being married to you and gets to bang other dudes. Gets to bang other dudes as well, but to date you have not been allowed to. Oh, so interesting. So odd. I don't understand this idea of the open marriage. What's the point of marriage then? I mean, why would you get married if you're then going to have an open marriage? I mean, doesn't that go completely 100% against the idea of marriage? Why would you be married? I don't understand this. This makes no sense to me. Anyway, before I get into this ludicrous story, and it's ludicrous and humorous, I'd like to ask those of you out there who like and appreciate the raw, red pill in your face content that I produced, please consider going and checking out my website, therealistphilosopher.com/donate. That is therealistphilosopher.com/donate, and consider making a donation. There's 3 ways you can donate. If you got a little extra Bitcoin, there's a Bitcoin wallet address you can send it to. Number 2, my Cash App, which is a free app you can download to your phone that allows you to send and receive funds completely, totally anonymously. Or my Patreon. Now, my Patreon is a per-piece platform. I make about 8 pieces a month, so you donate $1. It's like $8 a month, 50 cents, $4 a month. And you get some nice little perks if you contribute to my channel, beyond me actually being able to continue creating content, which is, of course, the biggest and best perk. You get access to myself via Twitter, via Facebook, via my private email. You've got stories you want me to talk about. You want to comment on something. You want me to comment on something. You want to get my advice as a philosopher. Send me an email. Send me a direct message on Twitter or Facebook. I'll get back to you post haste whenever I can, which will be very quick, by the way. Also, I'm going to be starting a Discord just for fans, a once-a-month Q&A session. All right, for all donators. And thirdly, I'm going to be starting a Discord for members who donate above a certain amount, not too much. I'm thinking $15, $16 a month to support. And it's well worth it, believe me. It's a once a month Socratic dialectic lesson, philosophy class in a sense, real, useful, practical philosophy, not the pie in the sky, fucking head in the clouds, ivory tower bullshit that is of no real use that you learn in university. Most philosophy classes in university these days are just there to indoctrinate you into leftist groupthink. So a lot of perks from the lowest tier up to the mid tier, so you get a lot for very little. So consider making a donation, guys. therealistphilosopher.com/donate. I could really use your help. Okay. So, wife wants open marriage with affair partner. Yeah. Meaning she already has a partner that she's been banging for a while, but she feels guilty, so she wants you to go out and bang other women. So she feels less guilty. So it begins by saying, I have been married for over 20 years. Simp. I don't care how long I've been married to you. If you are having an affair and I find out, I'm gone. And I don't care how much it's going to cost me in the divorce. I'm out of there. I have too much self-respect, okay, to subject myself to that kind of shoddy treatment. With wonderful kids. You've been married for 20 years. Aren't some of those kids at least grown up by now? I mean, okay, there might be, I don't know how many kids he has, by the way. He hasn't given the number or their ages. So maybe some of them are at such an age that, well, the mother would, of course, get custody and then child support. I wouldn't care. Again, I don't care how much it will cost. I would pay it to get out of this horrible marriage. Great house. Oh, Jesus. And we are very much in love. I would tend to disagree with that one. If you were very much in love, she wouldn't be banging other dudes. And if you were very much in love with her, you would have a big problem with this, I would think. And have her, of course, then again, that can cut both ways. He could be so in love and so afraid to lose her that he'll put up with anything. Of course, if it was me and I was really, really in love with a woman, it would just cut my heart in fucking half to know that she was with another dude. I guess this guy isn't having that sensation. And we have a wonderfully active sex life, at least 4 to 5 nights a week. I mean, that's impressive after 20 years. Kudos for that. Yeah, she's got to give you all that trim. If she doesn't, she knows you're not going to tolerate her cheating. You already should have a problem with it. I don't care how much poon I'm getting. Jesus Christ, if you're cheating on me, I'm gone. I would prefer 0 poon to dealing with this. We have had our fair share of marital problems, like most people. Most people don't have this issue. Okay, pal. One issue, I love the false equivalency. Oh, most couples have this issue. No, they don't. They really don't. One issue that has plagued us is my wife's infidelity. I love how he just rattles it off like it's, she forgot to pick up the dry cleaning. Oh, yeah, it's on par with that. Just the casual way he just, rattles it off. One minor issue is my wife's infidelity. Oh, that's a small issue, huh? No, that's a big issue, pal. Oh, that's beyond a sticking point, okay? That's a game changer. That's a game ender. Oh, I guess not for him. She often spoke about being different and that she didn't know if she could ever be monogamous. Well, that's a red flag right there. You don't marry a woman who doesn't think she could be monogamous, okay? That she felt love was infinite. It's only women that talk like this, not men. If a man starts talking about this like this, my love is infinite. I should be able to have a harem. By the way, I think you're mistaking passion for love, pal. Her love is infinite. Her sex drive might be, but that ain't love, pal, okay? That she felt love was infinite, hippy-dippy moron, and that she felt she wanted others besides me. You know what I would have said? There's the door. Go get him. I can find somebody else better than you, which you could. Well, maybe not. He's such a pathetic loser that any woman that was better wouldn't want a wimpy, simpy weakling like this fucking guy. But she felt ashamed and knew what society called women like her. What is this, 1680? What, is she going to get a scarlet letter on her fucking head? What are you talking about, pal? Well, what society are you referring to? Because that society doesn't exist anymore, pinhead. Oh, this kind of behavior is perfectly acceptable these days, which is part of the problem. It shouldn't be. She has had 3 affairs over 20 years. You shouldn't even have married her, let alone stay with her past the first affair. Each came at a stressful point in our marriage. You're making excuses for her, you pathetic loser. Weren't those stressful points stressful for you as well? But you didn't cheat. What an idiot. Which brought us close to divorce. You know, what it should have done is taken you over the fucking line to divorce. The last 2 were not that serious. What? Oh, yeah, my kids got their heads almost lopped off and are dead, but it wasn't that serious. I love the minimalization language. She cheated another 2 times, but it wasn't that serious. I got used to it, so I don't see it as that serious. What the fuck you talking about? Your wife cheats on you, it's automatically serious, you idiot. When confronted about them, she broke them off without a second thought. Yeah, then. But as you became more and more simpish, she became more bold, because guess what? You still stayed, didn't you, pinhead? In the time between these events, I tried to give her another outlet for those feelings. We tried swinging briefly, which didn't pan out. God, these people, hedonists, I hate these kind of people. We just can't find any appreciation for the things in our life that should be bringing us meaning, but don't. Like a wonderful committed relationship with somebody I love, or kids and possible grandkids. Those things They don't really bring meaning to me because, I don't appreciate them enough. And I've been ideologically polarized to believe that other things bring meaning, like, riding the cock carousel. And for the dude here, it's letting my wife do so and making her happy because, happy wife, happy life, right? What about happy husband? Oh, fuck that. He's just a man. Who cares if he's happy? She even explored her bisexual side by seeing other women, and that didn't work out either. It's so interesting that all this exploration is happening on her side. And he's just supposed to tolerate it. Yeah. She's searching, trying to find who she is. Well, you've been married 20 years, so I'm going to assume you're both in your 40s. I got news for you, pal. If she hasn't found herself already, it ain't going to happen. All this bullshit about having to find myself. You know what that is for women when they start saying, I got to find myself? It's just an excuse to do reprehensible things like this. The third one was different. It's a crush from college. You fucked. This is from college, so this is probably before him. So this means that she bonded more to this dude than she did to you because he's earlier on, which means she had a much lower body count when she got with this dude. So she has more of a connection, probably, to him than you. This is why broads tend to get back with old flames, even though they talked about what jerks and assholes they are. Part of it is because this was earlier on before they had such a high body count. So they have more of an emotional bond to that person. That's why they so often get back with exes who they formerly complained about. And the more they complain, the more hots they had for that dude. Yeah, this is a crush from college who she had kept in very occasional contact with over the years. You should have dumped her just for that. Women should not be communicating with past boyfriends. If they are, that is very disrespectful to you, and you shouldn't stick around for it. I have very high self-esteem, though. I wouldn't tolerate this kind of crap. I wouldn't tolerate even the shadow of this kind of crap, so, maybe my self-esteem is too high? I don't know. I don't think so. But reconnected on Facebook in 2013. Wow. And this is very recent. So 7 years you put up with this? Jesus Christ. Talk about a major case of one-itis. And found they still have feelings for each other and started having an affair. And did she ask your permission? Yeah. Well, she knew that you wouldn't leave her, so what does she care if you're unhappy? No consequences except my husband's unhappy. That should be a consequence, only if you care about your husband, though. So you can infer from her actions that she doesn't give a fuck about you, pal, because if she did, she wouldn't be doing all this because she knows how much it hurts you. Although, I'm not sure how much it hurts this guy. Does it really hurt him that much? He's still there. He doesn't seem to know whether or not he should be hurt. We, again, were having problems, oh yeah, keep making excuses, and other stressors at the time. And when I confronted her about this one, she denied it for as long as she could. Yeah, this one actually means something to her. And if you forced her to break it off, she'd probably leave you, which she probably knows. Or maybe not, I don't know. This broad really likes to have her cake and eat it too, and I don't think this guy would leave her anyway. This time, she would not stop seeing him. The only barrier was that this man lives 2 hours away, and it's not easy for them to see each other. Oh, well, lucky you. Yeah, this idiot doesn't realize that, he's the consolation prize in all this. What a moron. Again, we were at the brink of divorce. Unfortunately, you should have went over that brink, but you didn't. She asked for a separation and moved into the spare room. Really? Well, let's hope she wasn't banging the dude while she was in that spare room next door to your room where you could hear it. I mean, that would show a total lack of respect for you, and you would have, I'm sure, just been out of there immediately if that happened. So, but after a couple months, we resumed having sex at my request. Wow, pathetic. She's got you by the balls, huh? Got you by the balls and the cock. She must have amazing oral skills. My God. Even while she continued her affair. This guy's not a man. This is what you don't want to do, guys. The poon is not worth it. The squeeze is not worth the juice you are getting. It's just plain old fucking tap water. You're squeezing that fucking orange thinking you get a nice big glass of fucking orange juice as water. It's not even very good water. It's the crap you get out of the fucking faucet with fluoride and chlorine and all other crap in it. No minerals. Jesus Christ. She even at one point suggested we try an open marriage and suggested I find a girlfriend. If a woman is telling you to find a girlfriend because she's found a new boyfriend, she doesn't care about you. You're a meal ticket, all right? You're the status quo, you're the familiar, you're the safe, you're the secure, but she doesn't feel anything for you anymore. Why are you still there? So once I did, and she didn't like that at all. Oh my, really? Wow. Okay. Rules for thee, but not for me. Typical feminist. She said it was because I didn't tell her that I was doing it. But she didn't tell you either. Again, rules for thee, but not for me. Talk about a woman lacking in self-awareness. Well, it is a woman. Yeah, they don't have too much self-awareness. Yeah, I didn't tell her and lied about it at first, which is true. How does she have any grounds to get upset? She did the same thing to you, but 3 times. Oh, man, you had to find out about all these affairs. She didn't just come to you and tell you. You had to find out or gather so much information that she knew you were going to confront her eventually. And the last one, she lied to you about that for a long time. But you can't do that, man. Only I'm allowed that privilege. But I also think she was experiencing feelings of jealousy that she had not felt before. So why didn't you just keep seeing the broad? Okay, now you know. Now you know. I'm not lying. I'm being upfront, and I'm going to continue seeing her. Bitch. You didn't have the balls for that, though, did you, you pussy? Long story short, we reconciled. How is this reconciliation? She's still banging the other dude, but you're not allowed to bang other broads. By the way. So you meet some broad, and then bang her, and then you have to tell your wife, but you didn't tell me. Well, Jesus Christ, I went to bed with her. We didn't know we were going to go to bed, and then I came and told you right after. But you didn't tell me beforehand. I guarantee you, this guy is not going to be able to see any other broad. She's always going to have some kind of excuse to exclude him from being able to do so. To do what she herself has been doing all this time and continues to do. Yeah. Long story short, we reconciled. How is this reconciliation? And the other relationships went dormant. Yeah. But I knew that she occasionally communicated with this guy by looking at her phone. Well, the only reason she'd be looking at her phone is to set up meetings. So if you think that she's not seeing this other dude and banging him, you're a fucking idiot. But there were some long stretches of no contact. Oh, God. No contact, yeah. I wanted to let her come to me with this, but she didn't. So you got to come to her and inform her and keep her, in the loop, but she doesn't have to do the same for you. Are you seeing a power differential here? It's so interesting to me. Women are always talking about patriarchy and how the man always had too much power in the relationship and control over the woman, but the script gets flipped. Oh, that's perfectly okay, because it's payback for all the years that you disenfranchised and oppressed us. Oppression that never occurred, by the way. I admit that I didn't want to confront her again because everything else had been going so well. You're deluding yourself. Well, you're just living a lie. What else was going well? Your wife is running around on you behind your back. She's being completely, totally dishonest with you and dissing you at the same time. Has been dissing you for most of your marriage. And you think that's well? Yeah, okay. Only in the Bizarro universe, pal. Anyway, I found out that she was texting him again, and it was of a sexual nature. I knew I had to have a talk with her. Okay, if she's still banging him, dude. You idiot. I asked her if there was anything she wanted to tell me. She started to cry. Yeah, she knows that you are 100% sure that she's communicating with, if not seeing this guy again. So she turns on the waterworks. This is what women do. This is how they manipulate men, whether it be in a courtroom. Oh, I know I killed somebody. Woe is me. I was a victim. 2 years probation. Same case with a man. 20 years in prison. Yeah, because when a man cries, nobody gives a fuck, right? But when a woman cries, we all white knight for her, right? Not me. No. I'm too red pilled for that. But this guy, yeah, typical simp white knight fool. She started to cry and said she had been trying to come to me for a long time. What does that mean, trying to come to you? So you either do something or you don't. So she didn't come to you. She didn't fulfill the very standards that she demands that you adhere to, i.e. coming to her and being honest with her. But she tried. I don't know what that means. You either do or you don't. To talk to me about what she wanted in her life and couldn't find the right words. It's just like a giant infant. Too many women are like this, by the way. They're just floating throughout their whole life. They don't really feel fulfilled, right? They've been taught that, this is a burden, that is a ball and chain, this is oppressive, so they don't appreciate it. They don't become bonded to their lives or the things that should bring them meaning. They don't become wed to, their current existence and appreciate it very much. So they're always looking for something better. They're always looking to one-up what they have now. And, throughout all of this searching and unappreciative perception of what is really a good life, they just don't really become wedded to, bound to, attached to anything in their life in any real meaningful way. So they're just adrift, just adrift. Oh, my life is just, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What are you, 5? This bro's in her mid-40s. I would think by now, honey, you would have an idea of who you are and have your life together. Yeah. Oh, God. She said she loves me more than anything in this world. I beg to differ. Because if this broad loved you, these are just meaningless platitudes, by the way. If she loved you, she wouldn't be doing all this. Actions speak louder than words, okay? And if a woman loves you, what she doesn't do is cheat on you, lie to you, ask for open relationships, whether it be with other broads or dudes, and generally disrespect you throughout your whole marriage. That's what they don't do if they love you. Loves our family. Again, I have to disagree based on her actions. Loves our life together. If she did, she wouldn't be doing all this other stuff. Okay, pal? And does not want to lose that. Oh, I see. Yeah. She wants to have her cake and eat it too, because she's been fed this byline by feminists that men have been having their cake and eating it too forever. Now you can do the same, but you can't, because you're not a man, and that's not really true by and large anyway. It was never true. That's a lie that you were fed, sweetheart. So you would adopt behavior that would sabotage your marriage and future relationships, whatever they might be. And yet she still has feelings for this other man. Well, then, she should make a clean split and leave you instead of continuing to string you along and cause you pain and anguish. Of course, that would only happen if she really actually did care about you. The only reason that she would stay is because she just cares about herself and being comfortable. But she wants him in her life too and feels awful about it. I disagree. Again, if she felt awful, she wouldn't be doing it. We talked all day about it, and she again brought up the idea of an open marriage. Didn't you already do that and she got really angry because you actually ended up following through and finding another chick to bang? You see, this woman, she doesn't care about this guy. And while she says she wants an open marriage, I guarantee you she'll find any and all excuses to forbid this guy, stop this guy from having some woman on the side, because she wants to continue to have all the hand in the relationship and control him. And another woman, if she gets his sexual interest and is able to fulfill him and satisfy him, that might be a threat to me and the life that I love so much and that is so beneficial to me. Not my husband, of course, because I don't give a fuck about him. Yeah, but she just doesn't know how it could work. She doesn't want to lie anymore and deny who she is. A philandering whore? I think you're the one that's in denial about what she is, pal. An evil, philandering cunt whore who doesn't give a fuck about anybody else because she's a malignant narcissist. The thing is, and why I'm writing this under the pilot section is, I don't believe she wants an open marriage. Hey, pal, have you been paying attention? Your entire marriage, she's been banging other dudes. She tells you she's cheated on you 3 times. I guarantee it's a lot more than that. She already has a track record of lying out her motherfucking ass and deluding herself. It's not a real stretch to figure there have been more bodies than that during your marriage, okay? What are you talking about? You already have an open marriage, dude. You're totally, completely tolerating her philandering. Or whoring. She's been banging other dudes for the whole 20 years you've been married. That's an open marriage. At least it is when you fucking just sit back and say, okay, I'll stick around for it. Well, that's you giving it the minimum tacit approval. You're already in an open marriage, idiot. But I think she doesn't want what we already have. That's like driving around in a Lamborghini and saying, I don't want a Lamborghini. But aren't you driving a Lamborghini? Yeah, but I don't want one. What? How much more in denial could you be, pal? Unbelievable. It's crazy. Oh my God. I think she wants a poly-mono relationship. What the fuck is that? I know what a poly relationship is, but I don't know what the fuck a poly-mono. Oh God. All these new woke terms. But can't bring herself to say it because it sounds unfair. Oh, yeah, it is unfair. But that to me is an open relationship. Uh, so you seem to realize that she wants to be able to bang other dudes, but also be married to you, and you not bang other broads. But that's an open relationship, idiot. That's even worse. Oh my God. Okay, she confessed to the other guy that she loves me and has no intentions of leaving me. You must be a good meal ticket, pal. What is she, a housewife? Does she work? Does she have a job? Probably not. Yeah. Reliant upon him. Yeah, he's her meal ticket. Pays the food, the water, the electricity, the internet, the car, the mortgage. Puts a roof over her head, takes her on those nice bi-yearly vacations to the Bahamas. Yeah. He's the wallet, so he's the beta simp. The beta buck dude, yeah. But she still wants this other guy. Yeah, he's the Chad with the big cock and really knows how to get her off. He's hot and has a six-pack, and I was with him before I was with you, so I have more of a pair bond to him than I do you. Yeah, he gets her rocks off in a way you never could, pal. Yeah. How does that make you feel? It ought to make you feel so terrible that you're out the door. But you know, you should have been out the door the moment you find out about the first fucking infidelity. So, you know, I guess I'm expecting too much from you after God knows how many men she has spread her legs for while you've been married to her. But she still wants him. And he's okay with that. And is he okay with that? He said he was, of course. Well, of course he is. Oh, she's a booty call, man. He's putting out $0 bills. He's paying no bills. She doesn't cost anything. Whenever she's in the mood, she just goes there, or he goes to where she is. They bang, and he leaves. What guy wouldn't want that? See, this is so interesting. Because I guarantee you, by the way, that if you dumped her, she would run to this guy and want him to marry her, move in with her, and it wouldn't happen. You are subsidizing this. See, this guy that she's with, he's a loser. Okay? That's why she didn't marry him. Because he's a broke, bum, loser with no resources, but he's hot. And she was with him before you. So she has more emotions for him than she does for you. But you had the resources. You are the more stable. You are the more reliable. You are the more secure dude. So you're the one who pays the bills, and he's the one that gets her off. And the reason she's putting out all that sex for you is because she feels guilty, and she wants to keep you. And that's all there is to it. I mean, kudos to her for at least feeling bad about it. So much so that she's giving him sex 4 or 5 times a week, even after 20 years. But that's the only reason she's doing it. Not because she feels close to you, wants to reinforce her pair bond with you, or wants to give you pleasure. It's all about her. Even her guilt manifests itself in such a way that it's only about alleviating her guilt. Not about making you feel better. Hell no. Oh my goodness, I guarantee you, this guy, you're the one subsidizing it. You are paying for her to bang this other dude. Congratulations for being one of the fucking top 10 simps on the fucking planet, probably, you pathetic loser. Of course he's okay with it. It costs him $0, and he gets to bang her whenever he wants. But I don't think he really understands what he's getting himself into. Sure he does. You're not going anywhere. And if you do go somewhere, he'll just dump her after she starts demanding more from him and find some other broad to bang. He's with her because it's easy access, dude, and you're the one who's creating the easy access that he is availing himself of. Yeah. I think it's just a case of half a loaf is better than no loaf. He's getting the whole loaf, you idiot. Oh, well, he's getting what he cares about. For him, it's the whole loaf, okay? For him, he doesn't want anything more. So for him, he's getting it all without having to put out any resources, to have to contribute anything to an actual relationship. He's got it made. You're the one who's getting half a loaf, moron. As for me, I know I'm wired for monogamy. Then what the fuck are you doing there? Because they're banging other dudes is hardly a monogamous relationship. Well, it's monogamous on my part. Meaning not too much of a pussy to actually go out and find some other trim, because then I would feel bad and she might argue and be mad at me. My God. I have no problems having sex with other women. What he's saying is he has no problems getting other women. But I tend to fall in love too easily. He's a pussy. Yeah. How much soy is in your diet, pal? And don't know if I should open that door. Didn't you already open the door and she got angry and upset and created these arbitrary fucking qualifiers for why you couldn't continue seeing her while she continued to bang other dudes? I guarantee you this is only because he's afraid of her reaction. Meanwhile, she's banging other dudes, probably getting banged in the ass by this guy. I bet you she doesn't give the ass up to you. Oh, but I can't go out and bang other women. It would be disloyal to my wife. You loser, you. I have nothing but contempt for you, pal. Sorry. During my brief relationship with the other woman, the feelings came too fast. Are you a man? Do you have an actual cock and balls? What's going on here? He's a slave to his emotions, but he's calling himself a man. Okay, whatever. Yeah. I bet you this guy was raised by a single mommy. Yeah. But I feel that was due to the state of our marriage. Yeah, more excuses. At the same time, and being so lonely. Lonely, yeah. Well, then why be married? Again, I don't get this. In some ways, I credit the other woman for bringing my wife and I back together. What? How are you back together? She's banging other dudes again and telling you she wants another open relationship, and but really doesn't, and just wants to continue to be able to bang other dudes, but you can't bang other broads. I guess he thinks this is a good thing. Things are still good, though. She still loves me because she doesn't want me to bang other women. This guy is so deluded that he actually thinks it's a good thing that she wants an open relationship, but only for her. Oh, my God. Wow, man. It's crazy. Yeah, very crazy. So I think it put my wife in touch with emotions that she didn't know were there. He's talking about him banging the other broad. It brought us closer together because after that happened, she no longer wanted me to bang other women, while at the same time, she just continued banging other dudes. See, that's the part that excludes her actually caring about you. Oh, she got jealous. She's possessive of her toy. So she's possessive of her toy. The same one that she bangs into the dirt, showing total disregard for it. Yeah, she cares about that toy. No, she doesn't. She's just obsessive and, doesn't want anybody else to play with it. That doesn't mean she gives a fuck about it. Oh, my God, pal. What an idiot. He thinks that's an actual good thing. Wow. Okay, pal. Yeah, but that brought us back together. But I don't think I could ever accept a poly-mono relationship. But you are. Dude, you've already been knowledgeable of this relationship for 7 years, since 2013. You've accepted it. You're just trying to convince yourself that you're a real man. By repeating the narrative in your head, I couldn't accept that. Hey, pal, I got news for you. You're already living it, you moron. I guarantee you this dude's banging her 9 ways from fucking Sunday when you ain't around. And she ain't telling you about it. Oh, man. So I'd be almost compelled to look for another relationship, or at least some casual hookups. Dude, you're not going to do any of that, okay? Because you're a pathetic, wimp, simp, pussy, loser. She knows it. You're henpecked. You're whipped. She knows that too. Otherwise, she wouldn't be doing all this. So my question is, could this ever work? Apparently it's working. I mean, you couldn't possibly have any self-respect, and if you do, you're the most pathetic man on the planet. Or will this just blow up in our faces? I've been trying to research this on my own and can't figure it out. But it's akin to learning a new language. Yeah, more excuses for not having to face reality. You're already in a poly relationship. She's disrespecting you every day. No real man would accept this. Find your balls, leave, get out, divorce her. It's a hell of a lot better than the fucking relationship you're in now, which is total shit. I'm afraid to be rude. Are you a man or a woman? Find your balls and divorce this broad. And don't listen to any of your bullshit about how, I'll stop it, I'll change, I promise. Get the fuck out. After 20 years of cheating on you, you know what the sad part is? The sad part is that you invited this by accepting it from such an early point. Now, I'm quite sure that she shit tested you the first few years of your relationship to see what kind of pussy, wimp, simp you were, how much you would tolerate, and I'm sure you failed every shit test. So she lost respect for you. So if she has no respect for you, why would she not cheat on you? And if she's figured out and knows from an early point that you'll tolerate it and no respect for you, double whammy to you. So you invited this. You encouraged it. Hell, you accepted it. So of course she's going to do it. Let me tell you something. And I've said this before. You teach people how to treat you by what you will and will not tolerate. And if you tolerate this kind of shoddy behavior on behalf of others towards you, that is teaching them that it's perfectly okay to act this way and treat you in such a manner. The only real solution here is to leave, because you've already set so many horrible negative precedents that there's no way to fix it. You can't just suddenly say, no, it's over. You ever see him again? I'll leave you. Well, you can't do that now. You've allowed it for too long. So you've only got two choices. Leave or continue to accept it and feel like a miserable, pathetic, blue-pilled, soy-infused loser, which, by the way, you are. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this guy. Is he a Chad alpha male and I'm just being hyperbolic in my criticisms of him? Or is he one of the biggest, most pathetic loser, simp, wimp, henpecked males on the motherfucking planet with no balls? Let me know in the comment section, and please like and subscribe to my BitChute channel if you haven't already. BitChute, BITCHUTE.com/The Realist Philosopher, where I currently have over 1,100 pieces of content to date. So there's a lot of content to catch up on. And if you really like and appreciate the raw, red pill nature, in your face nature of my content, again, please consider making a donation by going to therealistphilosopher.com/donate. That is therealistphilosopher.com/donate. I can really use your help, and it's the only way that I'm able to continue making content.